Hello, universe! Welcome to another episode of Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense, much of which you are about to hear. And we're all here, baby. Regular episode. Oh, very exciting. Now, this is the foundation, the crew. Those other people, they're interlopers, okay? They come and they go. They're like prostitutes, basically. We hire them. They come in and they moonlight. You know, a lot of disreputable people has been on the show lately. So I think I'm gonna try to get the ghost of Hitler on next time. Really just kind of keep it going. You know, keep that flow going. So how's everybody doing today? We haven't actually. It's been a minute. It's been like a week and a half because last time we recorded was on a Wednesday. So
yeah,
I've been good. Actually, speaking of Hitler, I've been watching that Hitler documentary with Kennedy. What's his name? Tim Kennedy.
Oh, where have you been watching that at?
It's on Amazon.
Yeah,
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, I'm only one episode in, but yeah, it's pretty interesting so far.
What's it called?
Finding Hitler, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been
It's pretty
watching
interesting. I mean,
down South America.
Yeah, so I'm in like an episode and a half in, and so far, I mean, it looks like there's a good chance that he went there.
So far, confirmed. Hitler moved to South America.
He definitely went there before the war ended.
Yeah. Dude, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like whenever their last season premiered, some bombshell dropped that kind of disproved the theory. Because I remember I was like, oh, maybe I'll watch it. Because I think it was on Netflix or Amazon, or maybe it was on, I think it was on Hulu for a long time. So I was like, oh, I'll check it out. And then after that, whatever piece of information dropped, I kind of lost interest because I was like, oh, well, then the mystery's kind of dead now. I could be wrong, though.
Well,
let's never know these things.
Let's leave the mystery. Let people enjoy it, Sean. Don't fucking ruin everything for everybody.
Well, like
okay?
I said, I wasn't specific. I was just like,
yeah. Well, I believe he went there. So I want to believe. Don't disrupt my belief.
I mean, definitely there was a big Nazi presence in Argentina.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
There's like a whole town that is like a little Germany, from what I hear.
Yeah, well, more than one. I mean, yeah, there is, but there's even more than one town. So for what they've said so far, there was like a whole network, and actually schools where they have pictures of like tons of like young boys, doing the Hitler sign.
Careful, Mike. Someone will screenshot
kids?
that.
Oh my goodness.
No, they're Argentinians that mated with Nazis.
that doesn't make sense.
Well, no,
No, that would
mainly
be
all
true.
the Argentinians are just Europeans, basically. Just like Americans
Yeah,
are.
they're all like immigrants or whatever you want to call it, however you would like to parse that. But if you're interested in that topic, there's a movie that you might like. It's from the 70s. It's called The Boys from Brazil.
Let me write this down.
Gregory Peck, and it is about this subject. I will not say anything else because I don't want to give anything away. But it's a good movie. Yeah, it's a great movie. Great old 70s movie,
What's it called? The Boys from Brazil?
Yep. The Boys
I have some
from
interesting
Brazil.
topics of discussion today. I'm pretty excited to talk about today.
Well,
Just saying.
But before we get into that, we got to talk about. Now, Dan, you guys are doing insanity, right? Now,
Yeah.
you probably want
And
to
I'm
get.
fasting today. I'm almost on 24 hours.
Oh yeah, I just did that already. I ended my fast around 6:00. So I hear you. But when you guys are getting ready for this insanity thing, you probably want to get your pump on. You probably want to get that blood flowing. You want to get that heart rate up. Okay. Now, how would you go? Now, what is a way that this could happen? I mean, I see you. Oh, hold on. This is totally unrelated, but I see you fiddling with something back there.
Yeah.
Now, maybe. You gonna help me out here?
Oh shit! I didn't know if you were gonna keep going. No,
We're in a bit.
Listen, man. We have ASC supplements, man. Oh, listen. Let me tell you about these guys. They're a huge supporter of our show, and veteran-owned, veteran-operated, veteran-distributed.
Now, to be
It's
clear,
pretty fucking
they do
badass.
not sell Coors Light there.
No, they do not sell Coors Light yet. Not yet. But I think in the time of we look at the demise of what China's done to the world. Well, we got to start moving away and moving back to American products. Doesn't matter where the stuff inside comes from. Okay, it's American made. No, but we got El Jefe, Sicario, Bomba, and if you're looking for a good help with your workout, if you're struggling a little bit, hey, this will give you that extra pep to your step, and it's pretty awesome. ASCsupplements.com. And if you go in and you order something, make sure you use our promo code specifically for this show, and it's ZB20, and you get 20% off on your final order.
Wow.
And if it's over $50, it's free shipping and handling. So
Oh my God! Wow.
pretty good deal, guys.
This is
Go
what
out,
people get for listening to Zoobox. Oh my God.
we're pretty much heroes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I just keep screaming it over and over.
But don't worry, it's a big and up and coming company, and I think it's actually one of the only pre-workouts or workout, what's the word I'm thinking of? There's a word, but there's pre-workout or workout supplements. There we go. Thank you. It's in the
ASCsupplements.com.
in the fucking name. ASC Supplements. It's one of the only supplement brands that is got a really cool twist to it. So
Yeah.
Go check it out, dude. It's great. It's great stuff.
What's the twist?
Well, the twist.
Lemons.
Thank you for asking. No, but the twist is this has no bullshit, because most of your pre-workouts are going to have just massive amounts of caffeine. That's really what gives you the jump. It's called filler. They fill it with a lot of caffeine and sugars. This is not that. This has very little caffeine, very little sugar, so it's a little bit healthier for you in the long run. Also, it is got some amazing stuff in it, and
It's just straight meth.
I mean, but it's got a lot more like beta-alanine or citrulline maltrate and taurine, a lot more than your regular products, and you're actually getting a pure product than you would from your normal supplement. It's got more of the stuff that is actually going to help you out in a workout in it for a cheaper price.
Sure. And also, like we've said before, I don't know if this is true. I don't think anybody could prove it. We're not doctors, but these thermogenics, I mean, they could kill the coronavirus. I don't know. It's completely possible. I'm not saying it will.
No, just go check them out and go buy something. That's what I say.
ASC Supplements. Use promo code ZB20 at checkout. Thank you. The check is in the mail. We're done.
All right, cool. Jake, you're welcome.
All right. So what do we got going on? What's the spiciness of the
I
week?
got a couple. Okay, first I think we need to get out right in front of this and just talk about General Flynn, or retired general, prior director of the National Security Council, General Flynn.
Sure.
And are you guys aware what happened in this past week? I know
No.
Sean probably is, because he's
free.
actually he's free.
He's free. He's been set free. Trump pardoned him.
No, he was never. All right, so let's just break this down really quick, okay? General Flynn was for the incumbent Donald J. Trump. So there's about January is when he comes in, I believe, to the office. January 20th is usually inauguration day, I believe, or sometime in January. And the election happens sometimes at the beginning of November. So there's a transition period. There's a period where you're coming into the new president and all his council and advisors, and everybody's getting moved in. And what they basically did is General Flynn spoke to the Russian ambassador before he had formally taken the position of the director of the National Security Council. Long story short, the FBI they basically knew that it was all bullshit, that he really didn't do anything wrong, but there's this famous thing from 1799 called the Logan Act, and no U.S. citizen in the history of this being around for 200 plus years has ever been indicted on it. No one has ever been convicted of it because it's such a bullshit thing. Basically, all it says is that you cannot act on behalf of the United States if you are a citizen, if you are just a regular citizen. You can't go over and speak on the behalf of the United States or try to make trade deals on behalf of the United States.
Yeah.
There's a reason why that never has been used, because no one fucking does that. Okay? This doesn't happen. So, long story short, Mike, Ryan, the real reason why this is an issue is they got documents released yesterday that absolutely vindicate and prove that General Flynn, one, did nothing wrong, and two, the FBI absolutely tricked him. They tricked him into lying. And they held his son also hostage, proverbially hostage. They were threatening the General Flynn, retired general, that if you don't say you're guilty, we're going to go after your son. And I haven't really heard what they would go after him for. So
Yeah,
he
and
said he was guilty.
yeah, and at the end of the day, the Department of Justice just completely dropped the case. There are insider sources kind of claiming the reason why they dropped it is because discovery would still be happening if there was an ongoing case and they went to litigation, which means more information would come out to the public of the behavior of the FBI and the CIA and whatnot.
Well,
So-
maybe FBI. I
Who
don't
is the first fella that had the position Barr has now?
I can't remember his
Sessions. His name was Jeff Sessions, and
Is
Jeff
that
Sessions.
why Donald Trump was talking shit about him? Or is
Yes, that is one of the reasons. So Jeff Sessions, there was you can't because technically he was a part of Trump's campaign.
like he recused himself, right?
Yeah, he recused himself. But what happened was it was the previous administration's Department of Justice Attorney General. I cannot remember his name. I think it's Flapper. Jake Flapper, I believe his name was, and flapping away, Mr. Dolphin Man. But he basically took over the investigation, and so let's just look at this. So if everyone's not aware, there's something called the Steele Dossier. Steele Dossier was a bullshit, made up stuff. Some guy that pulled some Russian misinformation, which started this whole investigation into Trump and all these people.
Well, the whole thing about the Steele dossier is very specious because they think it's a document that they literally, by circular way, produced themselves to give them the pretext to open up a FOIA request on some of these people that were involved in the Trump and not FOIA request, but FISA warrant. That's right. Yep. That's the word I was looking.
But they legitimately lied on the FISA warrants, which is even more. They didn't even use the correct information. They had to lie.
So who's going to be held responsible?
So there is Struck. So there's a lot of things. Listen, we're not going to get into all the details right now. Go watch Tim Pool, guys. Okay, Tim Pool, break it down for you. He's a good guy. Way more trustworthy than any media source, honestly. Even where does he get his information? The media. So it's fun.
He's been on Joe Rogan 3 times.
Twice, right?
Okay.
3.
Hey, I got a question about this guy. Why the hell is he always wearing that hat? Does he wake up every morning,
Mike,
just put on the hat and be like, "Hey, I'm going to wear this hat every day"?
Do you not remember the fucking YouTube video I sent 6 months back?
No.
When the dude
remember that
his
one?
hat pulled off and he's pissed as fuck.
Why?
That's okay.
Right, he's bald. He's bald as a newborn. He is bald.
No, he's creepy guy bald, where it's hair here and then it's super thin.
And
Well, you see him shave it then. What the hell is he doing with that beanie on all the time?
He claims that's what he does.
Well,
the beanie thing is he's been doing that since
he was
Occupy Wall Street. That was kind of where he broke into the
bald
business.
Bastard.
Yeah,
and then the beanie probably made him bald.
And he was just
wore it too much.
He was just his perspective was what he would tell people is I want to preserve my anonymity. Now, if everybody only sees me with this beanie, then they won't they'll be confused if they were to see me not without it, and they would make them wonder if it was really me.
Well, I just think that thing would smell after a while.
Well, he's got multiple, Mike. He's got multiple.
I mean, it fits his image. It works.
Well, yeah, because that's all you've ever seen now.
Yeah, it's like a monk.
He's a product. He's marketing himself.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I think, Ryan, you're right on that. But I think it's even funnier because he looks like the dude from the 90s.
Looks like Stan. Looks like a grown-up Stan.
He looks like a journalist. He does.
See? No, but the 90s movie where there's that underground journalist going around figuring shit out. That's what Tim Pool looks like to me. Just some typical Dark Angel or something.
Some fucking hero, just some great American patriot.
Hey, he's a good guy, and I really enjoy his stuff. But I really do. But you guys got to ask yourselves this question: if they can do this to a 3-star general retired, why can't they do that to you? To someone who, Mike, literally, do you know what they did, Mike?
What did they do?
The FBI literally just sent 2 agents over to question him, and they planned to get him to lie on purpose.
Dan, I already know this. I've been telling you this for months. That the government, we're turning into a socialist. We're about to be taken over. This whole coronavirus is a giant scam. Okay, and people are just bending over. People have given up all their rights, and they're just whatever. No one's saying anything.
I mean, 2 things. Oh, sorry, go.
There's a reason to part of that, Mike. You can't You have to react. You can't just not react.
I know, but Ryan, the stats are out now. We should be open back up. This is
People
ridiculous.
are opening up.
Yeah, it's happening.
They're still
Right.
forcing you to wear a mask and stuff. You know, it's ridiculous.
I've never been forced to wear a mask.
Well, I
Yes,
have.
Some places have.
and I don't like it.
I know Walmart or Costco was doing it.
They made me. I walked into Walmart the other day in a county in Florida, and the lady said, "No, sir, you cannot go in." And I said, "Well, what happens if I go in?" And she said, "We'll call the cops, and you can take it up with them."
Okay, but this is the thing. As a private business, they have the
No,
right.
but no.
to
This is not a private. This was for all stores that the county put out. This was a county thing.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
regulation to if you wanted to open up, if you wanted to be an open business, then you had to wear masks.
Yeah.
Right.
Customers had to come in with masks.
Right. But the business still has to partake in that. The business could shut down. The business could try to deny those and not do those things. You
Yeah,
know?
people are getting arrested because they're doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but in the
you got
beginning they were
released.
telling us, "Oh, you don't need masks," because that's
They did.
because they needed masks for hospitals.
They
Yeah.
fucking lied.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
there's a loose definition of what a mask is. You can wear those cloth masks. You can wear
It's not
I
really
know,
gonna-
Ryan, but
all
still,
those masks. All
they're
that they
forcing you to
they,
do something that's not even effective.
They're not. Yeah,
In the
but
beginning, all the reports said the masks aren't effective. If you don't have an airtight mask, not doing anything for you.
they are not effective in preventing you from getting the virus. However, they are effective in preventing you from spreading the virus to other people. That's the whole point of the mask.
Yeah, because basically what it does is it
Like, how does
basically
fuck does
cuts
that make
down.
any sense?
Well, because it cuts down by 70% the distance of your breath.
Right. If you cough, you're coughing into something instead
Yeah,
of
but
into the open air.
all right.
There's
all
been
right,
studies,
fucking,
man. There's been
yeah.
studies, man.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
it's
I don't know.
mitigation. It's not totally 100% going to prevent it, but it's
No,
mitigation.
yeah. It's
That's
Why
all
don't you
it
go talk
is.
to fucking Eric Weinstein? Okay, go talk to Eric Weinstein, and
Why?
he'll tell you
What
all
about
about
him?
disc, all about disc, all about the disc, Ryan.
What's the disc?
How it needs to be said.
I can't. Right, Sean, look up the acronym. Get on that. I don't remember what it stands for, but
Okay.
How you gonna
Listen,
bring it up?
Ryan,
It's the
this
disc.
coronavirus is a scam to take away people's rights, the American rights of people.
Yeah, but
That's
don't
what
you
they're
think?
doing.
Don't
Yeah,
you
but
think two things can be true at the same time? Like
Yes, I do
could,
think.
this could be real, and maybe it's not as bad as they first
Yes.
thought. So they reacted harshly in the beginning, right? So it was-
Yes, I'm fine with that, but now they're going too far. They
yeah, but
seem to
now
be
they're
open.
going to do that no matter what the situation is. If something like this presents itself, some people are going to go overboard. We're seeing some governors go overboard. We're seeing in my opinion, I don't know how they're
Yeah.
going to be able to enforce any of these things.
Well,
like
okay, but
with
that's
any
the
type
thing.
of with legally enforce some
And
of this
that,
stuff.
and there's also been an increase in protests. So to say that the American people are just lying down and letting it happen, I don't think that's accurate.
yeah,
Left-
I think most.
The left and the right together are protesting.
Well, that's good. But Ryan, here's the thing. What does a protest do?
It tells the government that the people are dissatisfied in what's happening. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it just
it's
it makes
kind of
it.
worked.
I mean,
It's worked because
Mike wants to see people take arms and fucking go up to the Capitol, but like they did in Michigan, basically.
Yeah, but Michigan backed off. They backed off on their guidelines, did they not?
No. Governor Whitmer extended it to the 28th, and then the House of Michigan had to come up and fucking
Yeah, they
basically
said
try
no.
to take it down.
Right,
Well,
but
I
it
don't even
worked.
know what the report. Yeah, it does work. No, and that's the thing. Protests do work. They do work.
they can if they're organized and they're all happening at the same time across the country. It's basically a cultural message to other Americans that this is kind of bullshit and maybe we should think about it. What I wish those fucking protesters would have just been smarter about it, and just adhere to some of the social distancing rules and stuff just to prove a point. The point being, I don't need you to fucking be involved in my life to be responsible.
All those woman marches.
Oh, Sean, isn't it true that Facebook and YouTube are shutting these protesters down and not letting them organize?
That's true.
They definitely were. I don't know if that's still true because once it gets called out, a lot of times they backpedal. But I don't know. I don't know. the
YouTube is
deets.
pulling anything off YouTube that goes against the World Health Organization.
Well, that's
You know?
ridiculous.
Insane, which is
And
insane.
I believe that these platforms, they need to be an American
Right.
domain of this is our freedom to use. Like, we need to make these like a right. of the
It's
people.
called a public utility. Is
Yes.
the official term.
They are owned privately.
Well, it's ridiculous at this point because so much stuff goes on in these spaces, and they have so much control of what they can allow and what they don't allow. It's ridiculous.
There are, I mean, and this is the stuff that's being looked into right now about breaking these companies up and stuff, because there are laws and there are provisions for things that are considered like the public square or that have a large effect on the population or where conversations happen within the population. It does actually at some point become a freedom of speech issue. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know all the specific details, but there are things like that. There are real cases, not just like not like Diamond and Silk running around and be like, Facebook takes sense from me. God damn. He's your president.
No, but are you guys in agreement that these platforms have to become almost like a public domain at some point?
Yeah, I think on some level.
I don't know.
Well, I say this: if you want to get paid by YouTube should be able to take down your content. But if you want to just go up and throw up your content and no monetization, why not? That's the way I look at it.
It needs to follow the already established rules we have for our protect. I don't think anybody would care if it was that, but you cannot selectively be doing shit.
Well, the part of that.
You can't selectively be like punishing one certain group of an ideological persuasion and not the other. And
well, the terms of service are constantly evolving, so it's almost hard to keep up with.
Yeah, they update them every like couple weeks. Yeah. When you go to Twitter doesn't even publicly really have a terms of service. I mean, which Twitter, people talk about Twitter a lot, and I think it's a little bit of an overstatement because it's not that many relative to the population. Like, it's really not that many people that use it.
I don't even have Twitter.
They're just the loudest voices. They just get a lot of attention because of all the media. Personalities are on Twitter. So they get into this cycle where they think this is a reflection of like the real world.
Well, that's why the Democrats are failing.
I think Facebook has a way bigger.
Facebook is worse.
I think Instagram is the largest social media now.
It's just Facebook.
Think about all the things that go on Facebook. People are trading. People are dickering. But there's certain things you're allowed to trade and certain things you're not. You can't go on Facebook and dicker off a goat. You can't do it. They won't let you.
You can. Why not?
Well, because there's no livestock. I tried.
What are you talking about? They do puppies. I see fucking puppies all the time.
I don't think you're allowed to.
Yeah, you are.
I see puppies all the time.
Well, you can have a company.
No, you can have a company, but you cannot sell a puppy. Like, you cannot take a puppy and be like, this puppy's $1,000.
No, you can't put it on. Well, yes, you can, but you cannot put it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yes, on Facebook Marketplace. That's correct.
Yeah, but you can have a website.
Yes.
You can have a Facebook page of your breeding company or whatever you want to call it, and you can advertise selling puppies on there.
Yeah, but if I go on Facebook Market and try to get some goats, can't do it.
Shut me down, man. Fuckers. Is that what happened to you? Does this you feel very stung? That was a very specific example, Mike.
Well, because I'm looking at getting some goats because there is going to be a meat shortage and I might need something to eat. So I'm looking at alternatives.
Chicken.
Could you imagine living next to Mike and you're just out like cooking, like, you're just like boiling some rice and beans and he's out there just going, and just like stabbing this guy. I'm sorry. You're just like getting it done.
People actually sell guns on Facebook through code words and stuff.
Yeah. Like that. I think they call them like reformers and they call them all sorts.
But why is there those rules? Is my question.
Because it's a private company.
Well, that's what I mean, but it's influencing so much of our culture. Well, it's almost like at a point where this is like a public place.
I agree because they have a monopoly on communication almost. Because there's other platforms that try to compete, but Facebook isn't just big because everybody's like kind of been grown up with it, or I guess for the past decade. So it's just everybody has a Facebook. Everybody that you know has a Facebook. So it's the easiest way to connect. There are other social media sites. They're just nobody's on them except Nazis and like white supremacists, because the people that get kicked off of all those things go on those other sites. But I think there is a fair argument to say that like at some point you're like, well, this controls a lot of how society operates. Like, they got to be some accountability there. You guys just can't. These are unelected officials telling basically what people can do in a public square.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How
Okay,
would you
hold on.
feel if I
Hold on.
was freaking head of Facebook?
Okay, Mike, hold on.
Yeah, I don't want you making
Well,
those decisions because
yeah.
you'll be like, everybody, get
You
some
have to.
lemons
If you don't,
and some
ride a
hot
bike,
water.
you can't be on Facebook. Bike only.
You don't get your pump
I-
on. I got no use for you.
I think it's fair to say this much. If I own property, right, and I build a public square and everyone comes to fucking hang out, I should be able to ban people from coming to my fucking house or my property. It is an intellectual property, isn't it? It is a internet space, but it's still property they own within that space because they pay for the server space, they pay for all
Sure.
that stuff. So like, it's a
they're,
hosting service.
But what if they
They're
influence?
publicly owned, aren't they?
Yeah.
What if they influence, though, Dan, the way the country is run? What if you
Yeah.
start to influence how things are run?
Well, that's the question, right? Because they have so much control over the information you see and how you receive information, and that's why there's been a lot of studies recently. Twitter, Facebook, they basically turn people into narcissists. They turn people very tribal. People get in echo chambers. They don't ever hear other perspectives, and then it becomes like a.
Facebook's fault?
Is part of just the.
Is that a natural
No, they do.
byproduct
Actually,
of...
yes, it is built that way because they're trying to use ads. They're trying to put ads on your page, so it's called ad revenue, and they want you constantly engaged with the page. So they encourage you to do two things. They encourage you to be angry, and they encourage you to basically only what's the word? Fucking involve yourself with like-minded groups. And every time you click on a page or you do anything, you're going to be shown an ad. They get money for that. That's part of the algorithm. And even if that interview with Jack Dorsey that Joe Rogan and Tim Pool did, he admits that. He says that. They know they are very aware of this. And Jack Dorsey's position is well, I'm trying to stop that. I don't know how to stop that. Because part of it is just a natural inclination. I think the dissonance, that detachedness between talking to a person face to face and then doing it online actually causes a lot of the problem.
Yeah.
Because it allows you just to kind of dehumanize everything.
I give you too much time to think about your response.
Yeah. Should I call this guy a fart knocker or a motherfucker?
I just see people on Facebook criticizing individuals and state governments of opening up the economy, and they're just failing to see the other side of the equation, which just kind of blows my mind.
Yeah, because
it's either 30 or 40 million people on unemployment, the most that's ever been on unemployment since the Great Depression.
33.5.
We actually hit a record number this week. This is unemployed. This is people not in the labor force in the United States. 103,415,000.
I mean, that's a third of the nation.
Yeah, but that includes all children and old people who are retired. That includes everyone.
Yeah, but I thought COVID was supposed to take care of those olds. I don't know what's going on, but
interesting. There is a new suspicious. Children are starting to die from a suspicious. They don't really know. It's they think it's COVID-19 linked. They're not sure. You can look it up. But there was a 5-year-old boy who just died. For another one in New York, I believe. That is, they don't really know what it is yet.
Yeah.
Poor family.
You know what's interesting about New York? I think Governor Cuomo said around this could be way too high because it sounds too high. Me re-saying this, but 60% of all the new coronavirus cases in the past month or so are all people who are quarantined indoors.
Yep.
Yeah, well, what that means, though, what that actually means is that it was around longer than they thought it was, and those people were asymptomatic and already infected.
Right.
So a lot of people will just be asymptomatic spreaders. Apparently, there's a lot of people that are like that. You're never really going to get... What's that?
I'm probably one.
Well, look at your hat. I mean, you're ready to fall over and die.
Well, just think of the chances. I mean, I've been out all over. I mean...
No, you probably do have a high chance.
You probably have a high chance. You got a whole family of spreaders over there, buddy.
Yeah.
Stay out of Walmart. Stay out of Walmart, you fuck. That lady was right. Call the cops on your ass. When I go in there to look at my fucking bargain bin Blu-rays, I don't need no COVID motherfucker walking around spreading shit.
Oh, they probably knew.
There was something that happened. I think it was at a dollar store. and there was a security guard in the store, and this woman, she wasn't wearing a mask.
Yeah, he told her to put on a mask, and then her husband and son came and killed the guy.
And killed him.
That's actually
the
that
gun
happened.
that was shot by the son. I know that.
Yeah.
There was another person shot somebody just the other day.
Yeah, well, that one was on Facebook Live, and his last name was Reed, I believe, and
Why did he do it?
well, he was going 90 and a 60. The cops started, flashed him. He kept driving. Then he started live streaming, and then is this not what you were talking about?
No, I'm talking about people that are saying, "Yo, put a mask on." And they're like, "Oh, fuck you! I ain't putting no goddamn mask on." And then they come and they shoot the security guard or attack the Walmart employee.
Well, listen, that was an easy misunderstanding. I thought we were just talking about people getting shot. But anyway, this guy live streamed it, and
who did he shoot?
What do you mean? Who did he shoot?
Did he shoot a cop or?
No, the cops killed him.
Oh.
He got out running with his phone. And there's no video evidence of him, supposedly, to the police that he turned and shot, and then they shot him 13 times.
Is it in the audio at least? Is there like one shot?
It's kind of hard to... No, because they were already out with their guns, I'm sure. And then he turned, shot one off, and they were like, duh, 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 duh. They just dropped him. And then it's right after the resurgence of the Ahmaud Arbery. I don't know if that's his name. Can't say it right, but...
Yeah, that's a fucked situation. Supposedly the DA tried to bury it.
It's a weird case. It's a weird case. I don't think that there's enough information to really make a decision. Granted, listen, if you look at the transcripts of the calls, because somebody did an article and just laid the whole thing out, and it doesn't look good for those dudes.
No,
it just
not
doesn't.
At all.
No, vigilante justice, but it is a state statute in both South Carolina and Georgia.
No. Ben Shapiro broke it down. It doesn't fall under the Good Samaritan law or whatever it's called.
Well, because they didn't see him commit an actual act.
They didn't see him commit the act.
Right.
And the act that was reported didn't warrant.
That means of
Not only that, but they're on the fucking phone with the police.
It was a different person who called.
No, well, what I'm saying, yeah. No, I thought somebody. Okay, I could be wrong.
It's like a woman.
Yeah, somebody called I guess somebody. It wasn't those guys that called the police.
I thought it was a woman.
There was a guy that called and said, "Hey, some guy's messing around this construction site. Whatever. He's dressed in white."
Yeah.
Boom. And then there was something with this woman, and then listen. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell you this much. I believe that what those gentlemen did was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
it was
uncalled for.
What did they do?
How do you expect him to react when you fucking approach him with a shotgun pointed at him?
Okay.
And also try to cut him off on the road with your trucks and yelling at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there is one argument that can be made. There's one argument that I think if I had to be a logical person, I'm watching this video. I'm trying to take everything out of it. If I was just watching the video, I don't know anything else.
Black guy, white neighborhood. I hear you, buddy.
If I was watching when I watched it the first time without really knowing information, I was sitting. Okay, I felt like for the gentleman that was running, I would be fucking like, who the fuck is this car? One guy's in the fucking truck or outside the truck in the truck bed with a pistol,
gun,
and then a dude. And thank you, Ryan. That was very.
I'm just letting you know.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And then the driver gets out and he's got a shotgun, and you're like, what the fuck? So he runs counterclockwise around the truck. There's a popo. What up, yo? But they go around.
Said, buddy. I heard what you said.
And then they comes around to the front, and there's a struggle because at this point you have two options: fight or flight, right? And the guy fought. That's what I saw the first time I watched it. Then I saw, because people don't realize this. He actually got shot by the shotgun.
Yeah.
And the pistol.
But this is the thing. Okay.
Right, fucking point blank shot with a shotgun.
What happened? Let's break the story down.
So fucking
You just broke it down, Mike.
All right,
not
Mike.
listening?
Oh, okay, listen.
At
Mike,
the construction site. Okay.
No, listen. There was, at the end of the day, there was a supposed call of a person looking around a construction site. That's pretty much it. There were possible break-ins.
Okay, so how did these guys get this call from 911?
No, they saw it. Okay, this is what happened.
These are
The
dudes that
police
live
called
in the
them.
neighborhood.
Yeah, they lived in the neighborhood. They saw him run by.
Actually, the father is a retared police
Can
detective.
I interject? Supposedly, there hasn't been a notification of a break-in in that area since January.
Okay.
Yeah, they were full of shit.
Excellent. Interesting. We don't know the situation, and no one's full of shit, and no one's not. We don't know. And that's the end of it.
I can
These
tell you
guys
what,
saw
the
this guy
walrus,
running.
those were walrus men. Those weren't even men. Have you seen pictures of those guys? Jesus Christ.
All right.
Hey, like if you needed to poster child for like racist hillbillies in a fucking movie, you would cast those dudes. You're like, I saw the picture. I was like, I was like,
this
man,
is not good.
I was like, I hope they are guilty because they ain't never gonna. Nobody's gonna believe those faces.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But the thing, so they see this guy running down the street, African American gentleman, all in white, and he's running. And I guess he ran every day.
It's like Kanye.
He's not.
Was he just out running for fun?
Yeah, he
jogging
for health. He's just jogging. He's
Okay.
out for a run. So he wasn't like sprinting. He was just
Yeah.
a run. So long story short, they grab their guns. They go to confront the individual. He takes off. And that person filming in the video was actually doing it with them, supposedly. They don't really know who it is. But whatever. So they go around and they cut him off. And like they literally cut him off, and they're like screaming at him. He doesn't know what's going on. So long story short, he ends up getting shot. Okay, when he struggles with the driver, because the driver hops out, which is the son who's actually been charged with murder, and the African American gentleman, they have a struggle for the shotgun. They go off frame, and you see a muzzle, not a flash, obviously, but you can see the burst come out, the overpressure of the shotgun fly out. If you watch it close enough, you can see it. I have eagle eyes, so. But it does come out. So what I think happened, and there's no video evidence, I really do think there was a struggle for the gun, and and by accident or. Hold on, no. I'm not saying the shot.
Oh, you mean the black guy shot himself? I totally agree. No, dude, listen.
There's a struggle for a gun. It could happen.
If you're at the moment where you are struggling with a gun between a person, right? That dude fucking shot him.
Like, that guy shot him. That guy's putting a gun in his face, Dan.
No. All right, listen. They were doing this type of.
Yes.
But the guy got out with the gun.
Yes, right.
Well, has an intention to do something with it.
Okay, but hold on. So under use of force, so to use the appropriate of deadly force, you have to ask yourself, there has to be three things. You have to have ability, capability, and opportunity, right?
All of them are there.
Okay, but for who?
For the guy that got out of the car.
Okay, hold on. Now hold on.
Dan, I see what you're trying to do here.
I'm just saying from a all right.
Right, I know what you're trying to do, but I just don't think it's
I'm not arguing whether it was wrong or right. I'm just saying.
I know.
In the moment, if you flip the script and a dude, you saw a guy that you think did something wrong. Let's just say you thought he did something wrong, whatever, and you're going after him. And then,
but why wouldn't you call the police first?
Right. No, that's the big thing.
We got a retired police officer think he's the fucking law scholar.
They want to play cowboy. They want to play cowboy.
Have you ever seen fucking Mel Gibson in Payback? No, I mean, dude, it is what it is. Or The Edge of Darkness.
The walrus rocked up to his son. He said, "Let's get this guy. I got the thirst for justice."
Okay, but what happened? The moment, and this is the unfortunate part. That it could go in their favor. And this is what could happen. This is what the argument, if I was a lawyer, this is the argument I would fucking make. Okay? Is that this gentleman, when he got out of the vehicle to interact with the supposed suspect of a crime, okay? The moment that man got his gun touched, deadly force was authorized.
Yeah. If I was in...
Except, wait, hold on.
That were judging it? That would never fly with me.
Well, hold on 1 second, though.
I hear you.
But the rest of you got to remember, though, he tries to get away from them. They stop him from getting away by using that. So the guy fucking charges at him. Like, they're threatening you.
But stop.
And at that point, it's fight or flight, dog. Like,
Sean, I've said this.
I know you have. I'm bringing it back around. That's all.
I'm just saying it's not. Listen, okay, if you're a person in law enforcement,
I get
your gun. You're allowed to shoot him. That's what I'm saying.
I get the argument that you're making as like a lawyer defending those dudes. I understand that, and that's probably would be the smart play. And actually, that I believe is what they are saying.
I don't think it was also their intention to kill him.
I have probably not.
There is a small report that I've read. Not saying it's verified or anything, but
right.
This individual this retired police officer knew him from a prior investigation, supposedly.
Okay, here's a question. If it wasn't their intention to kill him, why the hell would they bring a gun?
Because they wanted to stop him.
And
Stop him? Well, why would they need a gun to do that?
They wanted to hold him at gunpoint probably until the cops came. That was probably their intention, if I had to guess.
And if you're just some dude and a couple hillbillies hopping out of the truck, like, what the fuck do you know? Like,
I'm gonna tell you
seriously,
now, I'd be a little fucking butthole.
I'd be like, shit. Do I have to fuck? Is we rolling? Is this
Well,
happening?
I had a similar story happen to me.
You
Similar.
Okay.
I was canoeing down this river.
All right, white guy.
Listen,
Yeah.
let me just tell you the story. I canoed down this river for a couple days. Me and my friend, we pulled over to a cow pasture.
All right, hold on, Michael. Are you just describing the plot of Deliverance?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. So
trying to get away for the weekend. You
listen,
know? Just a
yeah,
couple
we just
guys.
got away. It was a 4-day trip. This is a true story. We pulled over to a cow pasture. We rung our boats up and we started the fire. Well, when we put the fire out in the morning, it started smoking. These two hillbillies came down in their pickup truck, and one of the guys had a big revolver on his waist.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes down, he's like this hillbilly from Virginia, and he's like, "What are you doing in my cow pastures?" And we're like, "Well, we didn't know, man. This guy got out yelling, freaking out." We were like,
Sure,
"What?"
yeah.
That seems like a pretty fair
it was scary.
response.
It was just like, okay, what, I don't know what the hell this guy's gonna do.
Yeah.
He didn't. We calmed him down, and he just said, he said, I had people messing with my cows before, so he doesn't like people camping up there because people chase around his cows, which we did do.
People trying to fuck my cows up here, guy. They don't deserve that.
Which was funny
Steal her
because we
milk.
did that the night
You
before, but we
steal
didn't
her
tell him
fucking
that.
milk, boy.
Yeah, he's like, you try to fuck Mary Bell, I'm gonna fuck you. Make
When
you
he
feel
said,
like
when
little
he said, when he told you like about like he doesn't like people chasing his cows, you're like, oh, people do that? That's fucked up. I know you
Hey,
did
Mike.
too. I can hear it coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we just said, hey, man, we didn't do nothing. We just slept here. But truth be known to everybody out there, we got really drunk and we went out and we
It was
tried to tip
consensual.
over some cows.
It
be
was
fair-
consensual.
To be fair, that sounds like a reasonable response by him.
Yeah, it's his property, like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but that was like the situation. He was like this hillbilly with a big freaking revolver, like like a
That's the thing,
cowboy.
though. What if he came at you with the revolver drawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you
Stand
fight? Would you try
Well,
to fight, maybe?
Well, even with the revolver on his side was like, whoa,
Intimidating. Yes, it's intimidating.
And that's
Yeah.
the point of the gun.
there.
That's the point. So
So I
it's
know
like-
that, Dan, but
he
but
comes,
what if he had
"You
it
don't
pulled like
no
Sean
vagrants
said?
out here, boy. No vagrants.
What if he had it pulled like Sean said?
No,
It
okay, listen.
escalates things. It
Which
escalates
he
things
has
naturally.
the absolute right to do on his property.
Yeah.
On his property. The difference
Okay,
between
sure.
this and it's a public road with these
Yeah.
individuals pulling over. Listen, there's a lot of things that are obviously
No, but we're-
wrong with what these guys did.
Well, I'm just saying we're just talking about the principle of the idea.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Like,
how it
if-
made me feel. If
if
he had
some-
it pulled,
If it would escalate it, right? Naturally,
Yes.
you would feel an escalation.
What
'cause-
did escalate it?
Yes.
because the chances of you getting shot go up if somebody has a gun pointed at you.
Right, but wouldn't you be more
Listen.
apt to listen?
yes, I would
well,
be. But what if he started to get really aggressive and he started to come closer?
Okay.
Well, then
and this
yeah,
is where
that
you
would
have
change things.
the right to self-defense. You do. If you haven't done anything, even if you're, well, I don't know what the state law is. I know Texas is fucking crazy. Like Texas, you can just shoot someone if they're on your property and shit.
Well,
Like,
because
Well, I don't think Virginia's like that, but
well, they-
even if you're running away, they can shoot you.
what they might do though is like look at the context, like who created the context for this to take place. So if you were trespassing on his property, you would have created the context of that happening. Like these guys rode up on this dude,
Yeah.
stopped him in the middle of the street, chased him a little bit. They created the context in which that happened. That jogger did not create that context. He didn't
Yeah.
create that situation.
Do you guys know what I hope though?
They should have taken a fucking picture of him and called the cops.
No, like listen, I will not argue that they should. I'm not arguing it, but
I know.
I gotta say this one, man. I really hope it's these guys. If it is found, like they are found guilty, but with just reasons, and also, it's not something that we got to remember. But it's so conflicting in a sense. I can see.
Dan, no, they're
Besides,
100% guilty.
No, there's like, okay, well,
I
we
think it's a
don't
little gray.
really
I don't think they intended to kill him, but as soon as he grabbed the gun, he was like,
I think if you're going out in a pickup truck and you're armed and you're chasing somebody down,
On foot.
you have every intention to hurt that person.
I don't
think,
believe that.
Well, it's not an intention to hurt. No.
Why
I don't
wouldn't
think
it? What do you mean? You're taking all the mesh. Then what is the intention to hurt somebody?
Okay, Mike, because police officers carry guns, is their intention to hurt people?
They're not
But
police
Dan,
officers.
they're police officers.
No, like listen, as a civilian in any situation, if you see something illegal and you're legally concealed carrying, or you have the right to pull a gun on somebody.
it depends.
Yeah.
If
No,
it's a crime
you're
of
in.
progress. If it
What state you're in?
No,
you're
it
at-
doesn't. If you have a legal concealed permit, you are allowed to pull a gun to stop a crime.
for a crime of progress.
Yes.
Okay, so what was the crime in progress?
There
That's
wasn't.
what I'm
There
not saying
wasn't.
that there was in this situation.
But you're saying that they don't have any intention to hurt. If you're going out, loading up guns, and getting in a pickup truck and chasing somebody down and cutting them off, what is your intention?
To stop
Your
them.
Deter. It's a form of
But-
deterrence as well. We have
Yeah,
So
to
your intention is not to hurt that person.
But
I
you
would-
can.
it could
Not
be.
necessarily. I don't know.
Well, hold on. I mean, I think what Michael is getting at, and correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, is that it is implicitly threatening.
Yes.
The
Definitely
action
threatening.
itself is implicitly threatening, and that makes people react a certain way. I mean,
Listen.
shit, dude. If I was jogging down the street and some fucking dude ran his truck, fucking like stopped
I
me
get offensive
sideways in
if
the
a dog
road,
runs
and I was trying to zigzag, and somebody else comes over and stops me, and I have to run back around, and then some dude gets out of a truck with a shotgun. Fuck, I don't know what the fuck I would do. I might have done the same thing, just as a natural fight or flight instinct
Sure.
kind of deal.
Sure, and I agree.
Or I would have just showed him the color of my skin, and I probably would have walked away.
I just think I don't know what the intention would be then.
Okay, listen.
The
This
intention
is
was probably to stop them.
where was
So
the
why
mistake?
not you?
Hold on.
Why are you taking
Because they're
loading?
fucking stupid people.
Hold on. What
Yeah.
was really the mistake? And I can tell you what the exact mistake was.
What do you
Getting in the truck with their guns and
No,
Yeah.
that's not the mistake. That's not the mistake. The mistake
it
is when the
is.
driver left the vehicle with a shotgun. And I'll explain why. Because
Man,
if they
it's against the law to do what they did
No, it's not.
before they even got out of their car. They didn't
No, it's
stop
not.
anything in progress. Yes, it is. He wasn't committing an act.
Okay, I'm not saying what the legal precedents, all they technically were doing under the law is that
They were harassing him.
They were legally allowed to carry a weapon in their car. Now, one guy wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
Okay.
You could ticket him. You could ticket
But are
him.
you allowed to carry a weapon that's loaded?
Yes.
Are you
If
allowed,
you're having
are you allowed to stalk behind people in cars and then block
listen to
their
me,
way?
listen to me. I'm not saying that
I'm
part.
just trying to get you to freak out. That's all.
I'm telling you that there is, if they called the police and they're, hey, we're following this guy, we don't know if he's armed, but we think he's been breaking into people's houses, and they had, been following him in that sense, that would have been okay. Maybe not guns drawn. I think that's where things escalate, like you said, but we don't know when guns were drawn. We don't know exactly what happened, except that, as far as I saw in the video, I couldn't really see.
Man, the dad was in the back of the pickup truck with a fucking revolver in his
Yeah,
hand.
but we don't know. We don't know when he pointing at the guy. Did he just have it out? Like, could the guy see it? There's a lot of elements to this.
Did he have it suggestively popping out of his pants?
No, these guys are good. These guys are probably going to go to jail for like 25 years.
No, only the son is being charged with murder. I think the
the,
father is being charged with manslaughter. I think
Should be manslaughter. It should be
aggravated manslaughter.
conspiring to murder. I don't know
Why
the
would
exact
you
charge.
follow this? And
No, there was no
videotape it?
There was no
I don't know.
There was no
Maybe
conspire.
That's why. That's what makes me think the intention wasn't to kill him. 'Cause who the fuck does that?
Well, they don't
I mean, I
know.
some people
Apparently,
do.
they don't know the source. And this case would have probably been buried if that video hadn't leaked.
No. I
No?
think there's more. From what I was reading, is that it's everything. One, the coronavirus slowed down everything. Let's be
Oh,
real.
of course, sure, yeah.
So that's true. But also, the original prosecutor recused himself
And
for
then the
conflict of
second
interest.
one recused himself.
And the second one, because he used to work for the district attorney as an investigator as well.
Yeah.
So there's some conflict there. So it had to go to the grand jury of Georgia. So that just takes time. It just takes time.
But also, I just pulled up a story from Atlanta News Now. I don't know if they're credible or not. But apparently the DA blocked arrests after fatal shooting for the past 2 months, basically. The district attorney actually literally stepped in and blocked them from being arrested.
And that's a problem. And we also got to ask ourselves, should they have been arrested day one? I don't know.
Yeah,
And
it's hard. It'd be hard to say.
The video absolutely says, yeah, I think there needs to be something more investigated.
Well, if there's a guy dead from bullet shots, what the hell? What do you mean?
Okay, Mike, it's like this. You and I, we're hanging out, okay? We're fucking. I ask you to choke me, okay? I ask you to choke me.
As I am one.
Dan, it's nothing like that.
Yeah, Mike, have you ever seen Gone Girl? Don't fucking talk to me, okay?
No, but Danny, here's another question. I have a question. Did you hear the story about Earl Thomas and his brother?
Yeah, they banging that chick, dude.
Well, they're banging multiple. Would you feel comfortable doing that if Ryan called you up and said, "Hey, Dan, my wife's being a biatch"?
Would I never have to see these chicks again?
I don't know. And Ryan was like, "Yeah, let's hop in the car and let's go to my Airbnb." And would you go in the room with him naked? And
yeah,
Ryan, would you be comfortable with that?
Well, apparently I have to be since I set it all up.
Look me in the eyes as I come. I can't come unless you look me in the eyes, Ryan. God. Yeah,
is that considered incest?
No, we ain't fucking each other, bro. We just fucking bitches. You know what I'm saying?
But you're dipping in the same one sometimes.
I mean, dude, sometimes. Like I'm not gonna let Ryan like bust in the girl that I'm fucking and go down and like eat a creamsicle. You know what I'm saying? Like that incest.
And that story that came out, the one thing I'm unclear about is if they're all in the same room.
Yes. Yeah.
They're all in the same room. That's been confirmed.
That's what I read. That they were all in the same story. Because Earl Thomas.
She hold him with gunpoint.
She put a gun on him. She got arrested.
Oh my God. Okay.
But supposedly he's safe from like the league, like anything happening, because they don't get involved in that type of shit.
It's not against the law to do that.
It is absolutely against the law.
Actually, infidelity is illegal in a lot of states still.
Yeah, it's depending on your state.
It's like illegal.
Butt sex is illegal in a lot of states.
Wait. Infidelity. What is it?
Okay, here's what happened, Ryan. Earl Thomas got in a fight with his wife.
The law?
Yeah. That's why you can get divorced. Like you can say, like, you cheated on me.
Or alimony. You can get alimony.
You get a lot of alimony.
A lot of people get alimony.
I don't think it's a criminal thing in the sense where you go to prison.
You know why they call
it? But
why they call it alimony?
Because it's all the money.
Ah, damn, you're good. Damn, you took my own cheesy joke. I really didn't think anyone was gonna do that. Look at that. Third wave feminism.
Captain's hat on.
Third wave feminism.
But Ryan, here's what happened. Earl Thomas got in a fight with his wife. He called up his brother Seth, and he was like, "Hey, buddy, I got this Airbnb. I got some chicks. Let's go." So they went. They boned. The wife hacked into his Snapchat, found his location, called up her friends. They all got weapons. They went to the Airbnb, busted in. There they are in the bed. Him and his brother, naked.
God,
with a couple naked chicks.
Video, dude, because someone filmed that shit.
So what was her intention? Do you think she came with guns drawn? His intention was to kill him or to stop him?
Yeah, Mike.
Well, the gun was unloaded.
Yeah, she was just trying to freak him out.
I don't think that fucking matters. Hold on, guys. So you're gonna support this woman? I see sex.
Well,
No, I'm not supposed to. First of all, Dan, gun was not loaded.
Yeah,
second of all,
Sean,
it's a personal. He just told me. It's a personal situation between people that actually know each other. It's not a strange. It's not she busted into a stranger's apartment.
I wonder if
that is the equivalent. She would have to go in.
The law works.
I'm not talking about the law. I'm just talking about the situation. I said if you want it to be analogous, she would have to see somebody go into an apartment complex and be like, I don't think that person's supposed to be there, and then bust in with a gun.
I wonder if the gun was actually loaded and he's just being nice to her.
It's possible for sure.
Well, for one, pointing a unloaded or loaded gun doesn't necessarily make a difference.
Well, why not? The intention's not there. The intention's there just to freak him out.
Okay, listen.
Not there to hurt him.
They put that into the context.
It maybe as far as how much time you get or what the charges ultimately end up being, but in the initial reaction Okay, let's say the police respond to a guy with the gun.
Well, and Dan, guess what?
And then the person gets shot, and they go, "Oh, it wasn't loaded. We're all fucked." No.
And Dan, do you know what happened when she had the gun pointed?
What?
They got into a physical altercation.
Right.
Right, just like the other guy when they had the gun pointed at him.
Yeah, it's called fight or flight, dude. They decided to fight her ass. She's lucky.
Okay.
And they unloaded the fucking gun, then they fucked her. And then
And all of her friends with knives and scissors.
That's just crazy.
I mean, honestly, dude, if it came down to it and I had a fucking bitch, dude, and I had that kind of sway and that kind of power, I would do it. I would invite a bro. I would invite any of you.
You would, and you'd be comfortable in the same bed. We'd get a freaking California king, and we would hop in there together.
Dude, I fucked the same chick with a couple dudes before. It happens, dude.
In the same room?
The same, dude. This one
Same
person,
room, same hole,
same everything, dude.
Well, and you guys were all together, butt naked?
Yeah. Getting in there.
You ever seen
One guy kept his shorts on, which was a little weird. He kept their underwear on, and it was boxer briefs, so it was like a messed up, when you pull your dick through and it's boxer briefs. So it's all fucking ugly looking.
And there was just one girl?
Yes, Michael. Yeah.
And how many guys?
3 dicks, dude.
7.
3.
Oh my goodness, Dan.
3, dude. Yeah, we all took turns.
7.
We had some butt sex in there. Wasn't my thing, but it was a good time, dude. We all finished. She was looking for her cell phone case. Got fucked.
Wow.
That's why you come here, America, for these great, wholesome stories.
No, but those guys.
Zoobox!
I'm over here
Podcast
talking about hucking
nonsense.
the baseball around. Dan's over here talking about this shit.
I know, you're
All
straight
right.
Americana.
Listen,
You're like
guys.
some kind of a ballless...
Listen.
What's his name? Lance
Eunuch.
Armstrong.
Eunuch. I'm a eunuch.
Yeah. No, I was talking about Michael. He looks like Lance Armstrong. Ballless.
Sean, please.
Just pure sack. It's like some chewed up gum down there.
Well,
Your lady friend tries to give you a good time, and it's just all like gum. Fucking munching.
All right. Now listen.
that could be true, but
Listen, I got a
cannot
question.
Confirm. What?
What?
I got a question. This is something I want to talk to you. Did anyone watch the Joe Rogan Elon Musk 2?
Yeah,
I watched some of it.
I did.
Some of it. Okay.
I watched all the episodes.
I watched clips.
Yeah, me too.
Did anyone watch the Neuralink shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sean did.
Yeah.
You guys did too, Ryan? Neuralink?
Mm-mm.
Listen, dude, would you do it?
No, I'm being.
You become 10 times, at a minimum, 10 times
Okay.
more
Dan,
intelligent.
here's the deal. Is everybody else doing it?
Yeah.
Then no, I don't want to do it.
That's true. Because then
All right,
it's
Mike,
just
you would be the
baseline.
only one. You would be the only one.
Then yes, I want to do it.
Because it would be fucking sick. Mark of the Beast, fuck it, dude. I'm doing it. Like,
So
I've
it just
been-
increases your intelligence?
Well, basically, what it is they basically put like these really advanced like microchips in your brain, and then it has a thing that comes out of the back of your neck, like hooked up to a neural network that has like basically like a Bluetooth
Like
signal,
Wi-Fi? Oh, okay.
and you basically like are kind of like I guess
Like
what
a
would be-
phone.
Yeah, it's kind of like integrating that kind of technology, but directly into your brain.
you know
And then what it does
though?
is stimulates parts of your brain into higher functioning, being able to function at a higher level. So you're not actually like, it's not like you're downloading information to yourself or whatever, but it's supposed to increase the amount of brain power, for lack of
It's
a better way.
it's like turbocharging your brain.
But we're a little ways from that.
No,
It's gonna-
5
well,
to 10 years.
Well, it's
Yeah.
gonna be used for people that have like severe brain damage from like accidents, like kind of that kind of
Retard.
stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, them too.
No, but listen, what's gonna happen is, so like, I've already been emailing them. I've been sending emails daily, and
Elon, I love your kid's name.
No, Elon, fuck your kid. Give me it first. Like, because I really do think, if I had that shit, think about how solid my shits would be, because my body would be automatically able to just make me take the best stomps
You
ever.
could still be a piece of shit. You would just be smart.
Yeah, it's not gonna make you a better person.
No, but I wonder. I really do think. Okay, Mike, I know you're afraid of Mark of the Beast or whatever.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, so would you get it if they were like, you can't go to college? You know, because I'm all right. I'm gonna be real though. Like, if you could go into your computer and, like, you plug in like Johnny Mnemonic, whatever
Yeah.
that his name is,
Johnny
and you could just download an entire 4-year degree. You still spent $40,000.
Hold on.
You can do it in a minute.
Whoa. That's the Matrix, dog. Johnny Mnemonic, he's just a transporter. Okay.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
can.
I think they're a
He
long
doesn't
ways
know
off
what the
from
information is.
I know.
He doesn't know what the information is. He's just
Yeah, Dan, he's just a fucking USB drive.
Yeah.
It's technically.
And in the Matrix, you would download like a 4-year degree in a second. You know, it could be, remember, like, whoa, I know Kung Fu.
I know. Yeah.
Remember
No,
that?
but what do you
I
think?
need a chopper program.
Do you think that would, let's say everyone got it in society, would that be good for society or not?
Well, you would have to. Everybody would have to get at some point to even be able to compete. I think what's going to happen is going to be like a classist thing.
It's gonna be
So
like
now the
the
rich and powerful people are going to be even more well equipped to fuck everybody over.
I
Yeah.
love it. I
Or
hope I
people are
make
going to
it.
be like,
hope
but
I
then
make it
at
up
some
there.
point, you got to imagine though, at some point, there's got to be some sort of susceptibility to be able somebody to fuck with you if you got one of those things in your head.
Yeah, I don't want it.
You know
Well,
what I
I'm
mean?
the only one that has it. But here's the thing:
This is
if you're
dystopian
Elon
science
Musk
fiction
and he
101.
gets it and I get it, does that make me equal to him now?
No,
Or no?
because he's going to be 10 times more powerful than what he is.
Why?
Yeah, because he's already smarter than you as a baseline.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're both getting the same kind of information, aren't we?
It's not
I
information.
don't know. No,
It stimulates parts of your brain to make it just basically work harder.
there's gonna be like a revolution between the organics and the machines.
I'm saying organic.
His whole argument is like Elon Musk. Part of his argument about this kind of augmented, like transhumanism stuff is that like, what is this?
transmission.
What is this?
It's an
Yes,
extension of
it's
yourself.
it's a symbiotic relationship that we already have with technology, just in a more symbiotic way.
So what if you just could get rid of the phone and still have access to the same stuff?
Dude,
Well, I
how
just don't want
crazy?
people downloading crap into me.
They're gonna stick it right up your ass, Michael, and they're gonna.
Mike,
Pump you
Mike's
full of
surfing-
microchips.
Mike's surfing porn in his head, and he fucking god damn it, just having pop-ups all the time, dude. Like what pop-ups
just
just
see-
boners you can't control. That would be fucking hilarious, dude.
I can see Mike. I can see Mike with a tube in his ass, and they just open it, and it's just gigs of information getting downloaded, and they say, "How much more can you take?" He's like, "I think about 10 gig."
And then he's like, hey,
just
hey,
coming.
guys, I want to know everything about dickering. Go.
I'm honestly
God.
afraid.
It's like the Matrix, except instead of the thing in the back of your head, it just goes straight up your ass.
Yes.
That'd be better.
Oh,
Yeah.
But can they implement like memories into you and things that aren't
Yes.
real?
Well, they're
Yes.
talking about that stuff, the augmented reality. But they were
Yeah, that's
actually
what I
one of the things they were talking about was this idea of like having really tangible recorded memories.
That's
And
it.
that's something like this we could actually just be remembering something.
Dude.
But it's so real that this memory that we're reliving feels like it's happening in the moment. And we'll never know the difference between, oh yeah, Michael? You
Yeah,
tell that
that's
to the Dream Master, you fuck.
I will, because was somebody like Alexander the Great just remembering a dream, or does that really happen? At what point?
He's talking about somebody with like the.
No, I know that, but at what point does this change over? You see what I mean? Like why? Like at what point?
This all could be fake, dude. We could be inside of a simulation already. We
Well, I don't
already could
believe
be there.
I don't
Mike-
believe it,
Mike,
because every
you
morning I
need to
wake up,
upgrade their
Sean,
audio
and my Sean, here's the deal. I
What?
wake up every morning and my thing's sticking straight up.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
a
proof that this
simulation.
is not a simulation.
it's a simulation penis.
Okay.
No, you know what's the thing I was thinking about? Like it would be for simulations. What if we're like 4 simulations deep, and every iteration of every simulation they say like, well, surely if you put yourself into a simulation, it must be better than the reality. Like, what if you're 4 layers in like past hell?
Like Inception. It's like Inception.
Well, I mean, in a roundabout way, I suppose. But like, what if you just have like 4 different levels of the Matrix, right? You're in that pod or whatever in the Matrix. But what if there's just more layers? What if when you get woken up from the Matrix, you're actually in another Matrix?
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? And then
Hopefully simulation would be better than this.
well, that's the dream, baby. No, but that's the point. That's the point, though, Michael. What
Well,
if
it
the
sucks.
actual reality is so much worse than this like bad reality that you have.
Okay.
now.
Well,
That
I
would be
think
shitty.
it would be
I
shitty.
I had a lot of thoughts about that because I think a lot about artificial intelligence. I'm writing a story.
Did you
about-
watch that? Have you seen that movie? It's like Virtual 2047.
the fuck are you talking about, dude?
It's a movie. It's called Virtual 2047. And everybody, basically 70. The gist of the story is 70% of the population of the world is plugged into a virtual reality. Like they live in a different dimension. They just sit in their chairs and they go
Yeah.
into a simulation.
Mike, I
Yeah.
feel like you watched like a really
they
bad B
put-
movie of
it's
that
called,
one with Bruce Willis.
20. It's called 2047 Virtual Revolution.
Yes, that movie. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh,
No.
Sean
In a
doesn't look
future-
bad.
Hold on. In a future mega city where most people spend most time hooked up to a virtual world, an agent employed by a corporation supplying virtual reality is busy tracking down killers and terrorists, both in the
Played by
virtual
Tom
and real world.
Cruise.
yeah. No, it's a good story.
Low budget schlock. It could be a good story though. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good story because it's cool because they basically the terrorists want to bring everyone back to real life and they're creating a virus to affect the people in the virtual
VR, yeah.
reality.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
It's basically Ready Player One.
Did you guys hear about the Tom Cruise news?
Yeah, Ryan, I sent it to you.
No, you didn't. I saw
did.
it before you sent it to me. That Tom Cruise is teaming up with NASA and SpaceX to film in space for a movie.
Gotta assume that's the one of the Mission Impossibles.
How cool is that?
That's got to be $1 billion project.
I don't know how I feel about it because it's so like indulgent. It's so
Listen,
over the
it's
top.
all for the fans, man.
Fuck poor people, dude. Fuck people who are starving. Let's make Mission Impossible 6. That's what I want to see.
They're back
Me
to
too.
back.
7.
Yeah, well,
only
you're acting, hold on. You're acting like they're making one movie. They're making 2 movies, okay, buddy?
Really?
This
Yeah.
is worth it. Yeah, they're doing 6 and 7 back to back.
Well, they should, and I need to be able to see them in the movie theater.
You will. They
Yeah,
pushed
I
it
know.
back. They pushed
Okay,
him
good.
back.
Guys,
That's
if
my
this is
one request.
if this is a simulation, I'm down. You know, it's been a good life so far. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
And if
just
they-
saying,
if
if it was a
they're pumping
simulation,
us-
I wish I was like a Greek god or something, fucking slaying dragons and I don't know,
Butt
doing
fucking,
something cool.
Well,
butt fucking
maybe-
celebrities.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, but
you
like
sh-
I said, the scary part of that, Michael, is the fact that this is better than whatever you have on the other side.
Well, okay, Sean. So if
I'm sorry
If
you
you're
hate
in
your
the
I'm
simulation-
sorry you hate your fiance. I'm sorry you hate your kid.
no, if you're in the simulation, right? How
Yeah.
do some people make it big from like how do you become better in the simulation? Like how would you
like free
you-
will.
Experience points.
do? Okay, so you buy it before you hop in. So whoever's fucking I am better buy something cool for me to become.
No, because Mike's sitting there is like, yeah, dude, sorry, man, we couldn't afford it this round. You better work hard in this life to afford the next one, right?
You know, the
Like,
only
think
way you're
about
gonna know, Michael, is if you go to a tall building and jump off of it.
Yeah.
Leap of faith.
Vanilla Sky. I think it's more or less, you know, reality's pretty sweet, dude. I think we all want to play these little fucking, you know, war games of simulation. Listen, dude, it's all bullshit, man. This is what I know. This is what I fucking know. When I ejaculate, I feel it. And it feels good. It feels-
You're like a Cypher from the Matrix. When I eat this steak,
yeah.
it's not real.
Yeah.
No, but, you know, it's. I guess when you look at technology trends, and now it probably won't happen in our lifetime, but in
bet
100
it
years
will.
from now, there's going to be something that is in that you cannot discern from real life at some point. It's going to happen.
Like AI.
No, like a virtual reality powered by AI for sure.
Powered by PlayStation 18.
Oh, dude. Hey,
Like you hop in it, Ryan, and you
I mean,
just
that's
go.
already a thing. It's already a thing that people like kind of do. That's what video games are.
or
that's-
social
that's-
media.
No, or social media, yeah, because you're role playing a little bit, right?
Plug in.
But like, I think video games open the door for that because it's primed it. Because that technology will be in a lot of people's homes because of video games. And it's going to start off with this VR shit.
Are you saying PlayStation is the Illuminati?
Yes.
Oh, Sean, you
Well,
must have been a part
they
of
already
the
have,
program.
but they
You must
already
have been
have.
part of the plot.
I probably am. I might be.
You probably wrote some of the story.
I'm writing a story about AI. It's a really good one.
I'm excited.
No, but they already have haptic suits, right? You can put on these suits that have like little rumble sensors and all this shit all over it. So you have like a full body experience in VR.
Could they jerk me
awesome.
off? Can it jerk me off?
Dan?
Probably.
I'll get to that. Yes.
They can get to that point. They can just have some dude they hire suck you off. You won't know the difference.
At the E3 booth.
Yeah.
Some dude who comes out of a fucking little box, like just
He
slowly
crawls out.
while you have the VR goggles on, and they have to like time it right with the girl that she gets on. You're like, oh,
Do you know what would be even funnier?
look, she has a mustache.
No, this is exactly what happened. Like the machine breaks down. They're like, Bill, that's what you're hired for, dude. You gotta get in there. Like, and he's like, come on, man. I wasn't even supposed to come in today. Like,
Bill, we're here to sell machines, units.
Well, they wear like mouth condoms though, because it's safety.
Nah, but no, you can't because the guy would know the difference. I would know a difference. I'm like, this doesn't feel great.
Like, oh, this is a stupid pocket pussy. This is a ripoff.
But anyways,
Where's Bill?
back to that movie. That movie's really cool because it's actually a really good movie. It's the acting's not the greatest, but the story's good. No, watch it. And what they do is
you're like my dad. My
What?
dad used to say it all the time.
Let me tell you something. Is it better than Sad Guy 86 Eats a Hot Dog?
what's that?
Okay, exactly.
Only the movie of the year.
Well, I don't
This
know.
movie looks fucking stupid.
Well, no. Okay, but the story's actually really good. You're just
It's a
saying
low
it looks
budget.
because you've never heard of it.
It's a low budget French science fiction movie.
Yeah, it's good. Sometimes low budget movies are good. You don't
What?
always have to have $3.
Have you
Yeah,
ever seen
District 9, dude.
Yeah, yeah. But that
So
was,
one of the cool things is in the plot they have these people and the people that are plugged in they're obese and they only have so the government wants them to stay plugged in because it's cheaper for them
spoiler alert.
and all the people that run
How
it
do they eat? How do they get so fat?
they feed them.
Yeah, how?
Like a tube.
They don't go over that in the movie, but somehow they feed them
Through their
And-
butts.
and they have a basic income. So each citizen gets a basic income if they get plugged in.
Like a UBI maybe.
Yeah, it's cool.
Shit. So but they get paid so ads and stuff in there like
Mike looks at the credits like it's like he's like directed by Gaspar Noel.
I didn't even look at that.
Written
stuff.
by
Listen, I told you guys a long time ago.
written
When I
by
saw the
Andrew
movie, I
Yang.
just like to watch
I'm
it.
trying to make a joke. Shut up. Written by Andrew Yang. Never mind.
Perfect world. Perfect world.
Anyways, watch it, Dan. You'll probably like it.
Okay, I will watch it for you right after I walk Dragged Across Concrete.
What's
That's
that?
what I'm gonna watch. You haven't seen that? I mean,
No.
I'm not gonna go in depth about the movie, but it's worth watching. Absolutely, it's on Hulu.
Is it a low budget movie?
Yeah,
I don't want to watch it. It's low budget.
No,
Mel
it's
Gibson and
Mel
Vince
Gibson.
Vaughn and-
Vince Vaughn. Ryan, you liked it?
I've seen like the first 20 minutes and I fell asleep like a year ago.
Well, I got.
Dragged Across Concrete.
Hey,
okay.
make sure everyone goes check out Woke and Baked podcast. We're doing that tomorrow. Dragged Across Concrete. Also, check out Zoobox podcast because we did a Dragged Across Concrete as well. We're trying to convince Scotty to watch it. I think that's what's happening.
I was trying to run a campaign. Scotty was complaining, bitching.
About Kill Bill. Yeah, dude, he fucking will not watch Kill Bill Volume 1. He hates it.
Did watch it.
I know, but he hates it. Like he's
Okay,
talking
that's
so
okay.
much shit.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's part of the fun of having those conversations.
Nah, fuck that.
I was trying to get him to watch Dragged Across Concrete, and he was very salty. He said, "No, I will not do this." I was like, "Okay, buddy." I went. It's not that low budget. I mean, it's not that.
I mean, it's
dude. It's a cops and robbers movie.
It's probably like 20 million, right?
no less than that.
Oh.
Mel Gibson and Vince Vaughn did it for free.
Practically for free. But yeah, why are we talking about this again?
I'm just saying, watch Dragged Across Concrete.
Anyways, when they stick this thing in your butt and they download you with the information.
But why would they stick it in my butt? They need to get it in my head, Sean.
Well, a
Yeah,
lot
Sean.
of people's butts is a direct shot to your head, dude. I mean, this is
Well, I
science.
guess that makes
Yeah,
sense.
if we just keep going
Well,
long
I mean,
enough,
technically, if you could get into the spine, maybe spinal tap it somehow from the butthole. Could
Ooh.
be a transfer of information.
Sure.
So now,
Sure.
so like that's how you would teach your body to do things.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like muscle memory.
like when you go to bed, when you get this thing that Elon Musk wants, you have to charge yourself, so you have to plug it back into your butt.
You have to do like a
That's where the charger is, deep in the
Yeah.
coal.
I feel like I've seen a South Park episode. Remember about the
The
fucking
iPad, iPhone.
no, not the iPad. No, the fucking
iTunes.
wheel thing.
The bike, yeah.
The
yes.
bike and
Sucks
at the end
it.
everyone's like, "You saying I don't have to stick this in my ass?" Like, yeah, like what are you talking? You could just oh, okay, here we go. And it's just like sliding this huge dick into their ass. Mass thing.
Good old South Park.
Dude, I really want to go back and kind of watch it again because I haven't watched South Park in so long.
I've been watching Futurama. I've been enjoying that.
Futurama's funny, dude.
starting over.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Dude, check out fucking Midnight Gospel, dude. Pretty good.
I don't want to watch that hipster garbage.
No, it's cool because what they did is they took the podcast of
I know what they did.
No, but it's actually pretty interesting.
No, I'm sure it is. I'll
Very
probably watch it
satanic
one
and
day.
fun. Like, dude, if I could get fucked, I'm gonna get so fucking lit.
Who?
I'm gonna drive to Michigan, I think, and buy a fuck ton of vape shit. Like buy $1,000 worth of vape stuff.
Why? Well, why do you want to do this, Dan?
So I
Why are you
can
gonna drive to Michigan?
Because we like to fucking
Where it's
party,
legal.
dog.
I know. Why do you need vape stuff to do that? What's?
Because
that
we
the-
like to party.
Is that the closest place you can go?
Yeah, that's
For
legal.
what?
It's like 8 hours.
Marijuana.
Dude,
marijuana.
I feel a fucking road trip.
Dude, I'm dude, it's like no, because I'm so disappointed, man. I'm really thinking about moving, honestly, just so I can do this shit again.
Shut up.
Dude, this is
Listen,
again
guys.
this woke and based influence. You're seeing this dude.
Nah, dude,
spark up.
it is so fucking awesome to watch because he's like he goes, "Hey man, William or Bill, cool dude."
Hey man.
I've always wondered how they got that shit together, like Bill and Will, like but why? Anyway, but he'll say he's like, "Yeah, dude, I took like a 500 milligram fucking shit."
Yeah, I know. I listened to the program, so
I really do want to get so fucking high again because I got so high in Oregon that I like thought I was dying. Like I was just in my couch, just like, whoa.
Did the same thing happen to you in South Carolina? Maybe not as extreme.
No,
You
we were watching.
freaked out.
No, I did not freak. Did I freak out? Oh,
Yeah.
I did. I
Yeah.
did the first time I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember getting so high with you and Justin. I was just laying there on the couch upstairs. And I was just so stoned.
the only time I ever really felt like that is when I smoked crack cocaine.
Well, yeah. That was,
Well, I don't know what Dan and Justin gave me, but it must have been something.
I did it one time, and I did it right at the peak of the song that I really liked. Really fucking set the moment off.
Arcade Fire.
Yep. It was
Looking
an
at,
Arcade Fire.
looking at a ceiling light. I remember spinning a ceiling fan. Excuse me.
What, did I tell you about it?
Yeah, dude. I've known about
Okay.
this.
Well, I'll tell anybody that'll listen, so.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Yeah, it's a great story. Hey man, what did you do? Yeah, listen, I got a great story. I was in my friend's room, and we smoked crack out of a Coca-Cola bottle while listening to Arcade Fire. Actually, watching my Coachella DVD.
Wow, criminal. Right there. It's a criminal.
I mean, listen, guys. All I really want to do is get fucking high, and I can't. Because honestly, dude, like this is the truth, man. This is the truth. I'm
right there with you, dude. I wish I could just like.
It's not that you want to
At night-
get absolutely blitzed. It's just you want to do it when you want to do it.
No, like
I wanna-
honestly,
I want to relax. I can't
Yeah.
fucking relax.
no.
I
Like,
just, I want to do it and huck the baseball around with you guys.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Mike is
Yeah.
obsessed with baseball at this moment,
He
guys.
just-
He called me today, talked to me about it for 30 minutes. And Ryan, I want to know if you remember this before we get back to the weed conversation. I
Talking
can't-
about in the World Series when you threw the
Oh, it was
ball
the
at my
World
head.
Series. I thought it was the Super Bowl because I remember it being like cold and there was snow, if I remember correctly. But maybe
I remember it being
Yeah,
some type of
October.
ball game.
that's true. It was October, but that was like, pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was pitch black, and we were hucking the ball at each other, and Dan fucking threw a fastball right at my head.
Yeah, why did you do that, man? You're such an asshole, dude.
Disturbing.
For what? I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to hurt
Yeah,
you.
you just admitted earlier that you hucked the ball as hard as you could.
Not at that moment. I threw it hard. I will say I threw it with some like force behind it. Like there was definitely a little more pump to the dump. You know what I'm saying? But I felt bad. I remember though. And cried like a little bitch. But it happens.
Yeah, there's just something about throwing that ball around, man. It's just amazing. Just
Mike
ripping around in a circle.
I mean,
Dude,
that's just- especially when you pick up the pace.
Yeah.
and
And
it's
you
like,
got
pop,
somebody that's good, that doesn't drop it all the time, you know?
pop. Yeah, it's like
You don't want some dickhead that's like, oh, I don't know how to catch.
You don't want some goony nerd fucking up
No,
your
you want somebody
flow.
that can catch, and, you know, that's why I need to get my skills back up.
It's like when someone throws it and they're like,
yeah.
You know, I remember there's a long time ago, to bring it back to doing illegal substances. Ryan didn't do anything. It was this guy named
Brian?
Frank.
No, Brian. It was Brian.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, he was like, yeah, dude, I got this guy. He's gonna get me these vape pens.
oh,
And this Brian guy never delivered. He never mentioned it again. I had money. I had cash in hand. Also, this guy also listen. I have anxiety, guys. I have anxiety. Okay, and I'm trying to cure my anxiety. You know what would be awesome? When I was done with this podcast, I could rip on my vape pen and go finish watching The Fucking Stand.
Oh,
Okay?
dude. Listen,
That would be the best day ever. Let's see this.
I'm going
right
to tell you
here?
right now.
Let's hear this right here. This was a great $10 purchase. It was wonderful.
That is probably a good
terrible
$10
movie.
purchase. Listen, there's not. I'm going to tell you right now, I have very fond memories of getting completely fucking shit-faced and watching Shazam. I watched
know,
Shazam
you called me and told me about it.
every fucking night for like a week.
why? I mean, it's good, but
No,
it's
no, no,
like,
listen,
okay.
listen.
It's not
No, dude,
good.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
you got to
like,
think high brain, Ryan.
yeah, I'm talking like getting completely
Oh,
tanked.
hi.
Yeah, like I started with
Damn, when
Oh,
somebody
that's
uses
true.
those words, I generally think of alcohol.
True. Fair
Nobody
enough.
says I get tanked off of marijuana.
I mean,
What universe are you from,
I got
man?
absolutely fucking tanked.
I got hammered off of this weed cigarette.
I mean, I guess I just relate anything that gets me fucked up.
Blitzed. It's about
Blitz.
I
I
gotta
get
find
high.
some shady person that will send this stuff through the mail.
No,
who's
listen.
willing to take the chance.
I
on an
I
adventure. It's like Frodo.
no,
I guess
but
I
where,
could get a Tor. I gotta get a Tor server and get on the dark web.
I know Florida is legal
For
medically.
medical.
Mike, you should go fucking claim some
Yeah,
anxious shit.
Dude, just tell them you have anxiety and some back pain. Like there
Well,
are
yeah, I
hack
hear
doctors
it
who will
costs
just give you
money.
what? Yeah, it costs you like $150.
Yeah, Mike, come on.
No, that's just for the. It depends. It's like $200 for the see the doctor, and then you have to buy the marijuana.
Yes, you.
Yeah, you gotta buy
yeah.
Get it for free. Is that what the card?
Oh, I know, but here's the thing, Sean. It's like $300 at the end
Mike,
of the day.
Michael's like
The
a
first
Bernie
time.
Sanders supporter. He's like, healthcare is a human right. They should be giving me my weed for free.
I'm just saying it is a little bit of a process. I've looked into it.
No, it is a process. Like, dude, fucking Alabama sucks so much
How much
dick,
of a
dude.
process of it? 'Cause
And then I don't want to be labeled, Sean. What if they use it against me?
the government.
Yeah.
Mike, weed,
Mike-
everything's gonna be okay.
What if they're like, oh my goodness, this guy needs this? No,
Mike,
don't let him buy a gun.
Mike, do you know how like Roosevelt, you would see like a
Not
picture of like Roosevelt with like a thing of scotch or Winston Churchill? That's gonna be weed in 30 years. Like it's gonna be it's gonna be okay. Like no one's gonna give a shit.
Well, think about it this way.
Look
like,
at this ponytail.
Like
You're
yeah,
gonna
hold
tell
on.
me
You're gonna tell me I don't know what I'm talking about?
Uh,
Listen, no, but
handmade ponytail.
think about
Yeah,
this
look what
though.
they're doing with cigarettes, man. They're trying to make them outlawed.
One, I think cigarettes might need to be.
No, they
No,
don't.
it's just
No, they
still a
don't.
choice.
No, hold on.
And I like smoking a cigarette every once in a while. If they do that, it's my American right. What's the difference between smoking tobacco and freaking smoking marijuana?
Well, Mike, one's wacky tobacco and one kills you. Okay?
Both kill you.
What do you mean? Okay, if you're just smoking straight tobacco without any chemicals in it, is it really much worse than smoking straight marijuana?
No. I mean,
Yes.
for your health-wise, marijuana is worse.
No, it's not. That's a lie. That's a
not.
bull-faced lie.
I feel
dude.
like the smoke that
The
tobacco
dense-
creates is much more dense.
Well, no, that's exactly the opposite. The density of the smoke and the toke, whatever you want to call it, is much denser.
Yeah, you cough and shit.
There's a real weight to
Well,
marijuana.
any foreign substance you put in your body, yeah, there's gonna be.
Yeah, so why would it be okay for them to take away cigarettes if they're going to legalize marijuana to be
No,
smoked?
they shouldn't take away cigarettes. It's still a choice at the end of the day.
I mean, that was pretty crazy when they made it to 21. I mean,
Yeah, it was-
I didn't see that coming. I
Is
don't
that
know.
a national mandate?
Yeah, like a national one. I think so.
yeah, I think it's stupid.
It is stupid.
I mean, listen, Sean, let's just be honest. Every once in a while, I like to smoke a cigarette.
Sure.
And
Tastes good. You have a cup of coffee. It's
that's what Mike does instead of going to the doctor when he doesn't feel well. He'll just pipe up a cigarette and drink a cup of coffee.
I don't smoke that much, but I'm just saying. Well, anything tobacco, even cigars. I just like the taste of tobacco.
You love your black and milds.
Yeah, I like cigars, any kind, but I like cigarettes too.
I like cigars too. I like cigars too, actually.
That's tobacco.
Yeah.
So is that really much worse than smoking, a joint?
You're not even supposed to inhale cigar smoke.
Oh, I do. I don't listen to that.
Oh.
That's how Babe Ruth died.
Well, it's just every once in a while, Dan. It's not like I'm doing it all the time.
Is
No,
it worse? I don't know.
Listen, obviously I'm kidding. I think people should be able to smoke whatever they want, do whatever they want. I really do. Cigarettes it's a fucking curse. It's a blessing. I love it. I hate it. There's everything about it that is just like.
Dude,
Oh,
shut up. Cigarettes rock.
Yeah. And you gotta start smoking the organic ones, man. You gotta switch to American Spirits, dog. Way healthier.
There's no bleach in those ones.
Cigarettes are pretty gross.
Cigarettes are gross. They they smell gross.
Like you're fucking stinky. Yeah, imagine like someone like you coming out, like walking out of your house looking like a scraggly fuck, stinking like
he's looking
cigarettes
all
and
right.
coffing.
I'm digging the ponytail. I'm liking it.
Dude, listen, man. It's
no
one of those.
captain's hat, but I like it.
Like
I mean,
I'm gonna stop.
hey, listen. I understand the. But I kind of want to be like that old guy that still smokes and like it's not all vape. Like I never really moved to the vape. I tried it for a while.
Fuck you. That's the problem with
Yeah, but it
cigarettes.
smells like a fucking. You smell like a dick.
Well, it
The
depends.
biggest problem with cigarettes is breathing. They just fuck.
Yeah.
If you're a chain smoker, you're gonna reek. You're gonna reek like cigarettes. If you're just a guy who smokes a couple cigarettes throughout the day, it doesn't matter. It's pretty negligible. No, you're gonna have there's a faint aura, right? What you gotta do is balance it out. You gotta get yourself some Old Spice, and the cigarette smoke, and they kind of complement each other and be like, "Oh, he's got a nice leathery smell. He's like a smart guy. He's like a smart guy."
I worked with a guy that
pipe, sir.
Three packs of cigarettes
a day.
Holy shit.
And this guy was skilled, man.
That guy sounded awesome as fuck.
well, let me tell you how he did it. This guy was skilled. We would be roofing together, right? And he'd be laying down shingles. And you need two hands of shingles, have a cigarette in his mouth, but he could puff and keep the cigarette in his mouth and blow out.
Yeah, you've never done that?
Well, I can't do that.
Oh, I can.
Oh, I do that shit all the time.
Oh, I can't wait. But can you do it for 2 cigarettes in a row? Because
Yeah.
the cigarette would be done. Like I'm not lying. This guy would smoke 2 cigarettes in a row.
There's been times in my life where I did manual labor like this, and I was a smoker. Like when I was pipelining, fucking cigarette in my mouth all day.
And you freaking could breathe out and breathe in the smoke? Fine?
Yeah, I mean, you're not breathing. For every breath you take, you're not taking a drag.
Yeah,
no, I know. But how do you, like, if I try to do that, it's like, it's like every time. I don't have the skill. I don't know. I just don't have the skill to do that.
You're a fucking child.
I mean, dude, I've literally, I remember, because you're not allowed to smoke in government vehicles, but like, everyone kind of fucking did.
You know what how laws are. You know what
Yeah.
they're made for it to be broken.
Yeah, and we'd be like, dude, fucking, if you get stuck with the shift, like anyone who works with smokers, it's almost a tradition that if someone's like, hey man, you want to smoke, and you could have just smoked, and you got to be like, yeah, I'll go smoke with you.
It's the rule.
Like it's the most true, most honest thing I've ever heard in my life. Anyone asks me to smoke, I'm like, yeah man, I got you.
Yeah.
And there's the classic, all right, man, we're going to have one more before we go to bed.
Yep.
Which turns into like
smoke
5.
half a pack, and then you smoke half a pack.
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah.
We're gonna go inside. It's getting cold. It's getting late. We got to be up early. Yeah, one more. Yeah. No, I've been there.
I did. Working, manual labor, like hustling, and this guy was a fast shingler, man, and smoking 1 cigarette and doing all this stuff. Sweating in the sun, and then lighting up another one and going right away with it. So it was.
It's called a man. That's a man. Maybe it's weird. Maybe he's the only one you've ever seen. I mean, we haven't seen each other in a while, so.
I know. I'll tell you this much.
Work like that, like physically.
No, that's tough. It's gross, dude. Like especially like pipelining, I worked around dudes like that.
Yeah.
Fucking up until 3 a.m, up at 5:30 the next day, because they go close out a bar. They close out a bar and wake up at 5 in the fucking morning.
Insane.
Get in a truck, work for 12 hours, go back to the bar, do it all over again. Fucking always smoking, just
That's
fucking
crazy.
one after another.
You know,
another.
They're like, this is, I'm kind of turned into, if I'm drinking, I'm smoking for sure. I don't smoke too much during the day, but there's big events. Like, I get up in the morning, I fucking get a cup of coffee.
Waking up is a big event.
No, yeah.
I made it! Another day!
I didn't die last night, thank God. I'm working on it with my therapist. So I fucking go, like, dude, it's like dark out, the sun's about to come up, you fucking light a cigarette, you have a big cup of coffee, and you just let the day wash over you, you know? Like, you just let it come, and then all of a sudden, you go have some breakfast, maybe you have one more, because there's nothing like a big meal and some good food, and then, like, a cigarette right after. And
that's the best.
oh, dude, yeah, like a big fat one, dude, right after.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best, man.
Having like Vietnam flashbacks.
Especially after the best is if you go to like a chain restaurant like Applebee's or something. It's like for some reason they taste better with that kind of food. I don't know why.
Because it's like stacking garbage on top of garbage.
Yeah. Also complete the process.
Like, these soggy chicken tendies will go great with a cigarette.
Oh, would you agree with me? Isn't that true?
Yeah, no, for sure. Back in my day, man, we used to go to Friendly's. Friendly's is like a New England thing, New Hampshire, Massachusetts thing, and back then they had a smoking section. Now we were cool teenage kids. We were fucking cool teenage kids. Okay, we fucking went in that smoking section, and we smoked like chimneys while we ate food, which is
that must have been cool.
That's something.
Your brother, because I used to go all the time with your brother. Zachary, and he used to get so fucking mad at me because he wasn't smoking. Like, he would smoke on and off. Like, sometimes he would have like a crisis, and be like, I can't fucking smoke it. I saw him throw an entire carton of cigarettes out the window of his car.
Who did this?
Zachary.
Why?
Yeah, I had enough.
Because one time he bought a carton of cigarettes. He opened up a pack. We were driving. He lit it up. He choked on the cigarette. He's like, I ain't never fucking doing this again. Fucking throws it all out the window. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
John's acting like he just threw a baby out the. What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's blaring fucking whatever he listens to.
Kenny Chesney, probably.
No, what's that fucking pop singer that does like? He was a skater boy. I said
Adam Levine.
Avril Lavigne. That's right. He was really into Avril Lavigne. Someday we're gonna have to have a little chunker on here.
Yeah, if he would get on.
I'll do it just me and him, and we'll talk about our teenage years.
You should do it. That would be awesome.
Call us Teenage Wasteland, dude. That'd be sick.
Oh, because Zachary and I have a lot of adventures as young kids. We were like each other's wingman. I was like Zachary's little brother, kind of, in a weird way.
He would have to do it. He probably couldn't do it at his house because he doesn't have internet service.
Or doesn't have good enough internet service.
It's got to go to Outback,
Well, I'll tell him. I'll say, hey, man, park in that Mickey D's and bring your laptop.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, maybe I'll shout out him on Facebook or something. That might be fun. That actually might be fun.
That could be fun.
People will be... Actually, I get Paul in on that, too, because Paul, like, that's some wild teenageness going on.
I would listen to it.
Thank you.
All my friends are dead or they even have government jobs, so...
That's okay. Your friends with government jobs come on the show and fucking maybe incriminates themselves.
I will neither confirm nor deny incrimination or whatever of any sort.
Boogaloo, baby. All right, well, we've been going about 94 minutes. Anybody got...
Wait.
I'm almost out of battery, too.
All right, listen, before we go, we got to talk about it for 5 minutes. Okay, guys, UFC 249. I need someone to watch it with. Ryan, are you leaving tomorrow?
I don't think so.
Okay, I gotta watch it tomorrow. I want to watch it with somebody.
Mike, you're not.
Wait,
watching
is it free on ESPN Plus?
No.
No.
Oh, damn it! I thought I heard that.
Well,
You sure?
the pre-fights will be,
Oh, okay.
not the main card.
Damn it! That's shitty. That's a kick right to the nuts, Dana.
Wait, why aren't you watching it, Mike?
I'll watch the main card. I can't.
No,
wait.
I'm watching it, but we have family members coming over for Mother's Day on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, are they allowed in the boiler room?
Well, I have to hang out with them, so we're gonna watch it.
Yeah, but it's at 10 o'clock at night. They
Yeah,
won't go to bed.
10:30, 11 o'clock.
Just put them to bed.
Hop
Well,
on.
it's my fiance.
No, I don't ask him
sure
if he
her
wants to
brother
come
will wanna
on.
watch it.
I know.
I'm just saying, you could just hook up the computer and then fucking like share like your headset, and he could be on here with us if he'd be down. Like I'd
Do
be
you guys
down
want
to
to do
that.
a watch thing? Like a record?
If you want to, I just want to watch it with someone, whether it's on PlayStation or whatever. Like I just want to watch it.
Well, here's the thing:
So wait.
if they're not down to watch it and they want to go to bed, then I'll come on here and watch it with you. But if he wants to watch it, I'm just gonna watch it with him.
For sure. That's
Put
fair.
some NyQuil in there.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's kind of. I'm gonna pull up the.
Hurry
card
up! I only got
real
like
quick.
5 minutes, man. My battery's
Alright.
dying.
All right. Will take 2 minutes. UFC 249. Hold on.
Man, you're pretty slow, dude. You're not fucking Notre Dame.
Here we go.
Yeah.
You suck at this job.
All right, here we go.
Fire.
The UFC 249 Ferguson versus Gaethje is the main card. So
Ferguson.
we got Greg Hardy versus Jorgen De Castro, Jeremy
Greg
Stevens.
Hardy.
No, the other guy,
Okay. Jeremy Stevens versus Calvin Catter.
Jeremy Stevens.
I'm gonna
No,
say
Calvin
Jeremy.
Qatar.
Nah, I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be Jeremy Stevens as well. Francis Ngannou, whatever you say his fucking name, and Rosenstrick. I kind of want Ngannou to lose.
Yeah, I'm going with the other guy, Rosenstrick.
Then we have Henry Cejudo for the main undercard, the co-main event. Henry Cejudo versus Dominic Cruz.
Oh my
No,
Christ.
Henry Cejudo is gonna fucking destroy.
No, dude, I've been watching.
You don't even know who Dominic Cruz is.
I do know who Dominic Cruz is. I watched him
Dominic
get
Cruz is
fucking
bigger
picked
than
apart by Cody
fucking-
Garbrandt.
Yeah, but those happen. That's gonna happen. But
He got picked apart by Cody Garbrandt.
and then
Brian, Cody Carver's way different than Henry Cejudo fighting style.
Henry Cejudo is gonna win. Dominic Cruz is an old bastard.
He's like 35, not even that old, dude. He's no older than Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, but Tony Ferguson, he's not even comparable
idiot.
skill wise, legendary style, legend status rather.
How can they not show me his fucking?
So is dude. Dominic Cruz is legend. He's a Hall of Famer. What are you talking about? Right, Dominic Cruz was one of like the best UFC fighters.
He's
at
won the
one
belt.
point.
He's
short
won
period
the
of
belt
time,
like
he's
3
an
times.
unorthodox. Has he?
Right, not a short period of time, a long period of time actually.
Yeah, like a long time because
He has more
beat-
defense titles than anybody else in that division.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
But
think he's gonna win.
he-
I think he's
he
gonna
kept
get his
losing-
ass kicked.
he kept losing the title because of not even. I don't think he's ever lost the title officially. He actually
has.
would get. I don't know. Cody. It was Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah.
That's who beat him. And then Cody
Yeah, made
Garbrandt
a
lost to
mockery
TJ
of him.
Dillashaw.
Who's
Yeah,
on
I mean-
steroids.
Cody was.
Brian. Dominic Cruz beat Mighty Mouse. He beat the guy that
Mighty Mouse
he got kicked out for blood doping.
was Mighty Mouse.
Yes. He
All right,
beat him
guys.
before freaking Henry Cejudo beat him.
All right. Listen, Mike, you got minutes,
When?
so we need to talk. We need to talk about the main event because if we're going to talk about anything, we're going to talk about the main event before we lose Mike. We got Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. Now, come on, guys, this is a tough one.
Fuck
I think Tony.
Now you got to remember, Justin Gaethje has fought 6 fights in the UFC and has won 7 main. No, it does. No, because he won Fight of the Night and another thing. He won the main of like those like extra
Gotcha.
win stuff or whatever they're called. What
Yeah.
are they called? Bonuses. He's
Yeah,
won 2
bonus.
bonuses one night. So I mean, Justin Gaethje is a beast, but Tony, I mean, no one's ever really been able to go to the distance with him and wear out Tony. It's gonna be an interesting night. And do you think this fight will go to the ground? Because guess how many takedowns Justin Gaethje has in his entire career?
0.
0.
Well, that's not good for him.
Yeah, but he's a wrestler. He can do it. He's had takedowns in other organizations, just not in the UFC.
6 fights in the UFC.
Yeah, but
so.
Tony will do either.
Yeah, Tony's nasty on either, but the only way I see Justin win if he knocks him out.
Okay. So you don't think this will go to the distance? Do you think this will go to the distance? Anybody?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it could if Tony survives the first 3 rounds. Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I think it's going for distance. It's probably going to go for speed. I mean, he might be all alone in his time of need, but you know what I mean.
Hey, listen,
Hope he
Sean,
eats some
that was
cake.
excellent. I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's going to end in the 4th or 5th round. This is going to be a late round fight, and it's going to be Tony Ferguson wearing out Justin Gaethje, knocking him out. That's what
I don't know how
saying.
good Justin Gaethje's jiu-jitsu is, though. I wouldn't be surprised if Tony catches him early.
In a Darce or something.
Yeah.
Anything's possible, but at the end of the day, I really think Tony Ferguson's got this one. That's going to be my pick, and I respect Justin Gaethje. I think he's phenomenal for stepping up and taking this fight when Khabib bitched out and ran home to Russia. I hope his father dies.
I think he's a great man.
God.
I wish he was my father.
Yeah, you're
man.
for saying that.
Khabib's a fucking piece of shit. So let's just get that out there
Listen.
right now.
After Ferguson's done with
Yes,
this, I
kind
think
of.
me and him should get an apartment together.
I mean, dude, Ferguson
Him
would
and
be a
his
wild
wife,
guy.
child.
Hey, man, I hope you
Just
don't have
me.
a problem with this.
Just me, though. I'm not bringing the rest of my family. Just me.
I'm not paying rent either. I'm just here to
This
hang
kid,
out.
my kid said, like, he's talking about, like, I said, hey, what does a T-Rex eat? He's like, broccoli. I'm like, fired.
Fire,
my
get out
son.
of here.
Yeah, he doesn't know, man. You
Yes,
need
he
to kick him out to Jurassic World or something.
Fucking idiot.
By the way, also keep a lookout for the new Jurassic World Chris Pratt. It's called Jurassic Domain. Looks pretty fucking sick.
Oh, when's that coming out?
It comes out in 2021, Mike.
Nice.
2021.
Like, you know, there is something hilarious. There's an old SNL sketch with Mike Myers, and there's a kid with Down syndrome who wears a bike helmet in the upper park. I can't remember his name.
Oh, you should find it.
That reaction. That reaction you just had is like that Down syndrome kid being like, "Oh, the Jurassic Park!
They are.
I like dinosaurs."
They
That's
are
called
doing
Jurassic
a
Domain, right?
I
Is
have
that
no
what's
idea.
called?
world.
I
I
don't
think it's
know.
called World Domain or something. He did do a cool thing with, you know how all these celebrities are doing the All In challenge.
No.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, so it's like a charity thing. So they were having an event where one winner of the highest donor would get to be eaten alive by a dinosaur in the movie,
Oh, I was like, oh my god.
and then the other one would be like a random draw. If you donated the minimum, you get a chance to be in the movie. And if you win, you will be in the movie, being eaten by a dinosaur. That'd be pretty fucking sick.
That'd be pretty great. Zoobox, Ryan, just apply. You got the money.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys. Let's be honest. Because
Hey, listen,
G-Paw,
in my
because
contract,
G-Paw, we all got the money now.
yeah. God,
Bless
yeah.
up. Bless up. Bless up.
You
or
think
down.
you see, I mean, that's when you start putting a value number on somebody's life, and you're like, that's it. But
That's
anyways,
it.
Hey, I mean, listen, man. Ponytail up, ponytail down. Don't matter how you do it. I don't know what I'm
Steven
saying.
Seagal out.
I look like a piece of shit, and I accept my.
I think you can do the ponytail. If
I
you have the sunglasses, I think you can do the ponytail.
No, so I take them off. It's,
Your
You hide
regular
your face.
your regular glasses, you look like a nerd rapist.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's
Hey,
see
you want
it.
me to turn it?
Like the Waco guy.
Let's see it.
Yeah, little David Crash.
Yeah, you look like a freaking cold leader, but I need to see with the glasses on though.
okay. I'll put them on.
It's fucking. You know what's crazy? It is weird. Yeah, you look like a David Crash figure.
I mean, I'm just trying to get laid, guys. No matter the, you know what I'm saying?
And and those girls were willing to give it up. That's what
Yeah.
I mean.
I just like lemonade. I like lemonade,
Hey,
and I like
that
the
actually
red.
was a great series.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was all right.
It was
Hey,
pretty awesome.
It was all right. I'm not gonna say it's awesome,
I
but
thought it was awesome.
did the government fuck over those people? Yeah, and that's what matters. It shed the
alive.
truth. It shed
Yeah, and like the whole compound was like really realistic. It was sweet.
Looks sick. Looks sick, man. It kind of looks like a giant clubhouse where you can fuck whatever you want and do whatever
It's like
you want.
I kind of grew up in a place like that.
Yeah, St. Benedict Center. Welcome to you. Look it up, guys. Look it up. Look into
Yeah.
it.
Oh, there he goes. All right, boys. I think that's it. I like how he's frozen in his retarded Lance Armstrong pose.
Oh, jeez.
Man has no balls. Listen, Mike. If you disagree, you just say something. Okay, your testicles are gone. Okay, you're dressed like that guy from that Down syndrome kid in SNL. And
Mike
are you proud of
looks
this?
like he's
Mike, if you're proud of this, just don't say anything at all.
excellent.
All right. Anyways, thank you for listening, everybody. This has been another episode of Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense, much of which you just heard. If you'd like to know more about Zoobox, you want to follow, you want to get the deepness, you want to even get deeper into the Zoobox lore, look for us on Facebook at Zoobox Podcast. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at Zoobox Podcast. You want to drop us a line. You want to make it personal. You want to send me love letters. You want to say, Captain Dad, I've been thinking about you. I've been creaming about you. It's zooboxpodcast@gmail.com. Also, why don't you try to cheer up Sad Guy 86? That guy's he's not doing good. So any kind of encouragement for him, I'll send it his way. We'll pick it up. All right, thanks for listening, everybody. We will see you next week for another riveting episode of Zoobox, the podcast about nonsense.